On this episode of the Film Optix Podcast, we get a closer look into Zack Snyder's version of Steppenwolf, and we also have Wonder Woman coming to theaters and HBO Max this Christmas Day. So let's jump in. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Film Optix, brought to you by the Drive-In Podcast Network, where each and every week we bring you the headline hot takes of entertainment news. I'm your host, Christian, and today, of course, we're going to be talking about the world of film, TV, video games, everything pop culture related. And I'm joined by my wonderful co-host and my good friend, Devin. How you doing, man? I feel like I say this every week. Another week coming on. You know what? How's your PlayStation?
Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. Yeah, you playing some on some PS4?
Not yet.
Last gen.
I finished all the downloading yesterday. So.
Devin, you're killing me. You got to play while you download.
No.
Oh, come on. So, what game do you think you're going to start playing first?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah, I told Devin, I'm like, well, you have to go through an entire like 18 to 20 hour game before you even start Miles Morales, because that's only about 8 to 10 hours. It's very short. And when you beat Spider-Man PS4, I mean, it's very, familiar, the controls. I mean, Miles plays a little bit differently, of course, but you'll get used to it for sure. It will be like, picking up a bicycle for the 100th time. But yeah, glad to hear that you finally downloaded everything. I beat Miles Morales. I'm working on platinuming it because I'm trying to put off Demon Souls as much as I possibly can, but I know that day's going to come eventually. So yeah, I haven't even opened up Demon Souls yet, so I'm still like on the fence. I'll probably just end up keeping it though, because I want other things to play. But Devin, let's get into some housekeeping news really quick before we start today's topics. Fairly shorter week. We got some really big news, though. Very, very big news that can change the way of the film industry as we know it. So before we begin, you can listen to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, Red Circle, TuneIn, iHeart Radio. And, of course, you can follow us on social media on Twitter and Instagram at Film Optix. That is Optics with an X. Devin, I'll start us off with this one. We got a little bit of comic book news here. A little bit of we finally have more comic book news to talk about. Well, things that are more noteworthy. First things first, Zack Snyder's Steppenwolf versus Joss Whedon's Steppenwolf. Smash or pass? Which one do you like?
Smashing both equally. They're both giant turds.
So you're smashing it as in you're not liking it, or are you taking a hard pass?
I'm passing. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also smashing them
Devin,
to death.
Yeah. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been have not heard the word, Zack Snyder, a picture of Zack Snyder's Steppenwolf for the upcoming Zack Snyder's Justice League, his ultimate cut, if you will, of Joss Whedon's project that was originally Zack Snyder, so it's just gone back to Zack Snyder. But yeah, a picture of Steppenwolf, of the new and improved Steppenwolf.
They just gave him pretty Wonder Woman armor, basically.
He looks like a porcupine. Like he's shinier and spikier,
but still
like
a
I can't
giant
say
gray blob.
Yeah, I can't say it's an improvement. Like, I mean, like, so when we first saw Thanos, what was it? It was towards the end of, was that the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
First Avengers movie.
When he says, fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, that's when he first talked.
Okay, yeah. Like, I mean, we got a glimpse of Thanos, but they clearly improved on Thanos with Infinity War and Endgame. But I mean, and to be fair, I will never compare Zack Snyder's Justice League to any other Avengers movie besides the first Avengers movie. That's the only thing I can compare it to, because number one, I don't think it's necessarily fair to compare Zack Snyder's Justice League to, four Avengers movies altogether. I feel like you can only compare it to the first, because that was the first Justice League movie, or live action Justice League movie, that we have received. So that's my take on it. But yeah, I'm not really feeling this new Steppenwolf. I mean, he looks better, I guess, but it's not like a wow, like, he looks totally different. Like you said, he just looks like, Wonder Woman with her golden armor, and he looks like, a beat up version of the Sonic the Hedgehog with all those spikes. So I will have to pass.
It's just a bad villain, no matter how he looks.
Yeah, but of course, I mean, we've also seen pictures of Darkseid. People are saying, looks like a PS2 character. I'm trying to withhold judgment until we see I can't even call them movies. It's a series. So, I mean, it's what it is. So, all right, Devin, you want to take this next bit?
James Gunn, Jimmy Gunn here. He's a big Rocky fan.
Hey, how you doing there, man?
Adrian.
Hey, how you doing there? You're gonna get some pizza. I wish Jared was here. He does it the best. Sorry, go ahead.
He has confirmed that Sylvester Stallone has joined the cast of the Suicide Squad.
Just
like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. It seems that James Gunn loves to bring up. He's kind of like Quentin Tarantino or
every director has their favorites.
Yeah, every director is just passing around actors and actresses, like and Martin Scorsese, happy belated birthday to him as well. And it's also Adam Driver's birthday today as well. I think Marty's birthday was thick boy. Marty's birthday was yesterday, I believe. And okay, so yesterday, as in we're recording this on Thursday, it was on Wednesday. This is coming out Friday. So as of today, happy birthday. But the time you listen to this for Adam Driver's birthday, it will be long gone. So, well, just a day. But anyway, yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm down for it. I'll definitely smash on this one.
It's a mild smash for me, because his character wasn't really anything in the Guardians movie.
Yeah, kind of just more of like a nice little cameo extra there. But Devin, it's time to get wonderful in the news at the CW. We got a Wonder Girl TV series with a Latina lead coming into the mix. It's in production. It's coming from Dylan Rodriguez and Berlanti Productions.
Whenever I see CW, I just avert my eyes.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean, I'm interested to see what this is, but I've never really, like, I've seen a few episodes of The Arrow. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't anything I was like, yeah, like, I'm invested in this show. I want to see how this ends. I want to go through this journey. But a lot of people on Twitter are taking a liking to it. So the network is developing Wonder Girl, a drama series that's based on the DC character, of course, created by Joelle Jones. It hails from Queen of the South executive producer, co-showrunner Dylan Rodriguez and Berlanti Productions. So it's, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I guess this is more of like a smash or pass, but do you think this is something you would check out?
Nope. Never. I saw that Supergirl scene that was going around on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I saw that
and
too.
I refuse to ever watch anything they ever make.
He's like, so, okay, here's the thing. I didn't know that Black Lightning was on its 6th season, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, not Black Lightning, Supergirl. Supergirl's on its 6th season.
I don't know how people are watching this stuff, but they are.
I hear The Flash is actually pretty good. And then there's DC Legends of Tomorrow, and of course, Batwoman. They just recasted her as well. I mean, honestly, just give me a Static Shock movie, which I'm hoping, is still in the works. So very excited for that. But yeah, I mean, I'll check it out.
I don't know if you will.
You're right.
That's something we will check out. This is the biggest news of the year, possibly.
I think this definitely is, from what we've seen.
Some people think this is going to change the world of cinema forever.
Top films. That's what he said. But yeah, but to be, and I actually thought about it, and I think he has a point. So apparently Wonder Woman 1984 will be hosting a dual release. They will be releasing the movie in theaters simultaneously alongside HBO Max on Christmas Day. And if you're watching it on HBO Max, it is free of charge. Mic drop.
It's pretty wild.
It is humongous. Like, I was actually talking to Griff Schiller over on the Film Speak YouTube channel. Go ahead and check out his content over there. Makes some great stuff. We actually talked about this last night for about 30 minutes on one of his live streams. And we're both very excited for this. And I want to get your thoughts about this first, Devin, before I geek out.
It could be a game changer. I mean, we saw Disney Plus. They've had some movies come out that would have been in theaters, but they charge you the $20 to $30. So HBO Max is coming out like, hey, as long as you have HBO Max, you're good to go. Now, as far as for reasoning, it could be because we saw those numbers released today of subscriber counts for every streaming service, and they were definitely towards the bottom.
They were.
So this could be a way for them to try to catch up and gain some ground there, although they probably would have gained just as much if it cost money to watch it on HBO Max. But it's crazy. We're going to be able to, I don't know how we have so much to watch on Christmas Day.
Devin, we have three things. We have Mulan, which we have to hold it.
Well,
to
that'll be
ourselves.
before Christmas.
Yeah, that is true. So wait, besides
Christmas Day is Soul and this,
and yeah, and Wonder Woman, and actually this broke a little bit ago. I don't know if this is coming to streaming services, but if you are in the market to go see the new Monster Hunter World movie, it will be going up against Wonder Woman 1984 on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So get your weeb hats on, and let's go to the movies. Get your senpais ready. We're going to the movies, Devin. But yeah, we do have a lot to watch on Christmas Day. We have two great movies to watch on Christmas Day. Two high quality films that we've been longing for this entire
blockbusters.
Year. Yeah, two big blockbusters. And you know, I was on the live stream last night on Film Speak. You know, I was saying this HBO Max is, I mean, yeah, I love Netflix to death, don't get me wrong, but like I think HBO Max is my favorite. And I've written an article about it. Go check that out on the Music City Drive-In website at musiccitydrivein.com. But this is a huge game changer because we've never really seen a dual release. And I was actually talking about this on Twitter a few weeks ago when they were mulling over the idea to release it in theaters on Christmas Day and then release it on HBO Max in early January. And I thought, well, why not just release it on HBO Max and you know, in theaters on Christmas Day? To give it's all about giving people a choice. So I mean, and that's what they did. I was like, wow, I called it. That's awesome. But this changes so many things because this really forces other studios to adapt, because I personally don't think that they've been adapting the way that they should. I understand that, you know, we are in unprecedented times, and we don't really know when things are going to necessarily go back to normal. We don't know when a vaccine is going to break out. This is going to be great for Warner Brothers either way, because you'll have thousands of people signing up to your subscription base, and depending on how many people they retain from that, because more than likely there's going to be some people who are going to keep those subscriptions. Rarely do you ever see, like, it would be different if HBO Max didn't have anything else to offer, but we know they have Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out. We know House of the Dragons is coming out. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion special just dropped today. So they have a lot of things in the pipeline. And no matter, if you're going to the movie theaters or, you're watching at home with HBO Max, you're paying that $14.99 per month. I don't see a lot of people just subscribing for one movie and dipping out. Like Disney Plus, that's a little bit different because, a lot of their legacy titles are on there, pretty much their entire back catalog. But outside of Mandalorian, there isn't necessarily anything really new. So I can understand why people will dip in and dip out for Disney Plus. But for HBO, you go to HBO for amazing content. Not saying you wouldn't for Disney Plus, but HBO is definitely the cream of the crop. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. Did you have anything else you wanted to add before we move on?
I just want to know what the implications are for Black Widow here.
Yeah,
they have a
that
decision
too.
to make.
Yeah, they do. Marvel's
Obviously, they're going to aim for a theater release, but depending on how COVID's looking, they might have to try something similar.
Yeah, because we saw with Mulan, it did numbers, sure, but we don't necessarily know the exact numbers. I don't think we've ever really gotten a solid, concrete answer on that. But they did say that it was something, to be fair for Disney. They did say it was something that they wanted to try out with that Disney Premier Plus access. So there is that, but it's kind of, that left a sour taste in people's mouths. So I'm really hoping it's Disney. It's in Disney's ballpark. I think these movies are going to be losing money either way. So why not just give people what they want? Do a dual release or simultaneous release, whatever you want to call it. And just give people a choice. The people who want to go see it in a theater will go see it in a theater. And then the people who want to watch it at home, if you don't have HBO Max, sign up, watch it at home. Then, you're all good to go. So I'm really curious to see what other films will follow suit after this big decision. But I also heard really quick before we move on that Wonder Woman would only be on HBO Max. This is more of a rumor, obviously, but it's speculated that it'll only be on HBO Max for a month, but I don't really see that being a 100% concrete thing. Maybe, I don't know. HBO's removed a lot of their properties before, so it's definitely a possibility. But I know Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot have been, pushing this film, saying, hey, it's meant to be seen in theaters. If you can go see it in theaters, go see it in theaters. If not, watch it from the comfort of your own home. So, yeah. Let's move on. You want to take this next piece? It's more of just a statement, but
I am Iron Man.
Is he coming back from the dead?
We wish. Marvel exec Victoria Alonso says that they have zero plans to resurrect Iron Man. Quote, Tony Stark is dead. He has left his inheritance in Spider-Man. You'll see a lot of what Tony Stark would have been in Peter Parker. End quote.
Boom. There we go. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Besides
as
his small,
lay this man to rest. He did his job.
Yeah.
Move on.
Right. I think the only small little tidbit we'll see of him is in Black Widow, because that is a prequel. Because that does happen during the events, right in between Civil War and Avengers: Infinity War. So I think they said there's one scene with Tony Stark, and that's it. But anyway, we have a little bit on some production tidbits here for Moon Knight, Aquaman, and Miss Marvel. And by the way, we saw there's a few pictures of set pictures of Miss Marvel floating around there. Kamala Khan's on her bike. So the film industry is currently trying to bounce back from the ongoing pandemic, as are we all. But it looks like there's just a little bit of production notes here. Per sources of discussingfilm.net, Aquaman 2 will be receiving a costume designer here pretty soon by the name of Kim Barrett, who served as a costume designer on the original film. Okay, that's nothing super brand new. And Aquaman 2 is expected to begin filming in early 2021, of course, with James Wan to direct. For Moon Knight, it looks like they received a new cinematographer, Gregory Middleton, on the upcoming Disney Plus series. He's previously worked on movies such as Make Your Move, Final Girl, American Woman, and Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting. So that's pretty cool there. And additionally, they kind of learned that the Moon Knight, the Moon Knight will film in Budapest. So that's pretty cool. And then just moving on to some Miss Marvel and Hawkeye, really. Miss Marvel, we kind of already touched on. They began filming already. Hawkeye, they got a new cinematographer. There's a lot of stuff here. Okay. Oh, we never talked about Chris Pratt joining Thor: Love and Thunder, did we?
It's lower on the list.
Yeah, lower on the list. Smash or pass? Really quick?
Definitely a smash. As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, it is on our list. I didn't even realize that. Wow. But yeah, that's just a few production tidbits that we learned. There's a few more things for Peacemaker, the film series, and Thor: Love and Thunder, but I didn't want to bore you guys with all those details. Just kind of wanted to gloss over that for you. Anyway, you want to take the you got another quote here, Devin. There you go.
Yeah, Victoria Alonso is a busy gal. She is shutting down the fake news that they're using a digital double of Chadwick Boseman for Black Panther 2.
Dun, dun, dun.
Quote, "There's only one Chadwick and he's not with us. Our king, unfortunately, has died in real life, not just in fiction."
God
Good
rest his
decision.
soul. Yeah. Great decision. I really do not know what they're going to do in that situation for sure, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's kind of a touchy subject for a lot of people, and we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. So cool. All right, let's move on to the new normal. We have Dan Harmon reveals that they are already working on Rick and Morty season 7. Season 7. Can you believe it? It's amazing. It sounds more like Shaggy than Morty.
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But Smash and Pat, I'm assuming you're gonna like double smash on this.
It's all the smashing.
Yeah, we just got season 5, we just got season 5, or we're getting season 5.
I think.
I can't remember. I thought you were the Rick and Morty expert, but I guess not. It's cool. You want to take this next piece, man? I know you're very excited about this because you have an Amazon Fire TV.
Yeah, we're finally getting HBO Max on Roku as well. They're working on it, but
yes,
it's about time.
It's about time.
More so for my parents who previously had zero way of watching HBO Max.
Were they actually concerned, or was it your dad that was more concerned than your mom?
They weren't really concerned. I was just concerned for them.
It's just more okay. I got you. You're concerned for
because they've been watching HBO like through cable, and HBO Max is it's much easier than that.
Much easier, yeah.
They've been recording whatever they want to watch. Like that is.
They're still.
It's so roundabout. It's so much easier on Max.
Yeah, it's literally all on demand. I actually I had called my mom today. I was like, "Hey, you got to fire up the Fire TV." I gave her my old one. She's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Well, HBO Max is on a Fire TV. That's why." And she's pretty much been in the same situation because she was trying to. She was watching Lovecraft Country when it was premiering, and she pretty much just had to you have to wait for it to air, but she didn't have a way to if she wanted to rewatch one of the previous episodes, it's just easier to do on HBO Max. So yeah, congratulations to Amazon Fire TV and hopefully Roku users out there who will be able to finally use HBO Max on their Android TVs, or Android devices, I should say. I, on the other hand, have had HBO Max since its inception on my Apple TV. So Apple TV for the win. Not really.
Yeah,
but,
$200 later.
160, good sir. 160.
Close enough.
Yeah, they're worth it, man. I mean, I get to watch my screeners on the big TV. Everything's there. Like any Apple products, with any of these major streaming services, it's going to be there. Like 100%, it's going to be there. That's what I like about them. But the controller could use a little bit of work, though, I will say, for sure. I miss more of the physical buttons. But you want to take this next bit here.
Space Force Season 2 renewed. Why? Pass.
Hard pass.
I don't even think I got past episode 3.
I got halfway through that through the first season. I was like, I cannot stand Steve Carell's like, he's talking like this. Why is everybody talking like this? I was like, what's like, I get it kind of. I mean, I liked my gosh, the guy who plays Sonic the Hedgehog, John Ralphio. I'm blanking on his name right now. Ben Schwartz. Yes, I'm sorry. I liked him, but Ben Schwartz isn't enough to keep me around for I don't know how that show got a second season. Let's hope it doesn't make it to a third. Knowing Netflix, it's always the bad shows that make it to like season 5, season 6 sometimes. At least there's the eyes of streaming, but it is what it is. Anyway, on to our next bit of news here. Zazie Beetz has joined.
This is old news, bro.
Is this old news?
They've been adding someone new every week.
That is true.
Two people this week.
So it was Zazie Beetz was one of them, and then we got Lady Gaga, right?
Lady Gaga today, and yesterday was Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon, that's what it was. I'm sorry. But yeah, so this action thriller Bullet Train, apparently they're just hiring every actor and actress on the market because
it's insane.
It's quite a cast. It's kind of just like a one all, come all a la carte type situation here. But anyway, you want to take this next bit here?
This one upset some people. This next news we have, actually no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch live action, coming from the director of Crazy Rich Asians, John M. Chu.
I can feel that though. Like,
it's a good director choice, but bad movie.
A live action
choice.
for Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, I don't know how
my sister is upset, and because Lilo and Stitch is her favorite movie ever.
It is one of my favorite Disney movies. Like,
how are they going to make these aliens? It's going to be
so
weird.
Okay. So we saw the Tom and Jerry trailer, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be?
It's not going to be like that. No.
Would you prefer it to be that way, with like just actual hand drawn?
Yeah, that would make more sense than emotionless lines.
Watching a National Geographic special, I tell you, man, some crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm very interested for this. I can't really say it's a smash or pass. I'll just have to wait and see. I need to see footage. I need like not even pictures. I need to see actual footage. No, fuck it. I just need to see the movie. That's what I need to see in the movie to see if this is gonna work out. So it is what it is, I guess. But it looks like we have another reboot. So this is Reboot Central, man. And we also have, by the way, the Animaniacs has dropped. As of this recording, hasn't, but as of the release of this recording, it's already out there. So go ahead and watch some Animaniacs on Hulu. But Darkwing Duck is our next story here. Darkwing Duck is getting a reboot on Disney Plus as well. Did you ever watch Darkwing at all?
I know nothing about Darkwing Duck, but I saw that Seth Rogen is attached, so I'm interested.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so I've seen a few episodes here or there. I think it was reruns because by the time the series had finished, these put reruns on from time to time, whatever. It was cool. I don't really remember too much from it. Like I said, it was just if it was on, I would watch it. But that's kind of cool. But another thing that's really cool, to spread a little bit holiday cheer. Of course, we know Disney loves to break out the holiday Christmas movies on their streaming service every year. But technically, this is only year 2 of Disney Plus being out. So we got one more year left on our contract, Devin. Then we're going to have to look into alternative factors.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
This is the way.
This is the way. So maybe we can buy an Xbox, get an extra month for free, but buy us an extra bit of time. Get some of the Game Pass. I wonder if that actually transcribes over to PC as well. Because It's Game Pass Ultimate. We don't necessarily need the Xbox. Pay $1 and get an extra month of Disney Plus for free.
I don't think you can add it on, but yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That kind of sucks. Anyway, the Home Alone trilogy is now available to watch again on Disney Plus. So for anyone out there who is a big Home Alone stands like we are, especially Home Alone 3, the best Home Alone there ever was.
Yeah. Sorry, Macaulay Culkin. We love you, but whoever that other kid was, he killed it.
I forgot his name.
Max, I think his character's name was.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Okay. So that pretty much does it for the new normal here. We got a little bit of gaming news for everyone. It's a pretty big week overall. We got the Wonder Woman news, and also our bread and butter from our humble beginnings. The Game Awards 2020 nominees have been released, and I'll just go through just a few. Honestly, probably just through Game of the Year really quick. So we have for Game of the Year nominees this year, we have Animal Crossing New Horizons, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, I'm very, very excited for that. Just kind of wanted to get that out there. There's so many other nominees and other categories out there, but I did want to give a quick shout out to Content Creator of the Year nominees. We have Miss Alana Pierce herself has been nominated. I'm very, very excited. I already casted my vote for her. The other nominees include Nick Mertz, Timothy Tateman, Jay Ann Lopez, and Valkyra. I've never heard of these people a day in my life, to be completely honest with you. Have you?
Nope.
Cool. Lana Pierce, 2020 Content Creator of the Year. So let's go. But yes, so I'm very, very excited. We're definitely going to be doing some coverage here on the podcast for the Game Awards. Again, that's pretty much how we got our start with our podcast when we were originally a gaming podcast. So, but I wanted to give a few shout outs. What's up?
Those were the dark ages.
Okay, I want to say dark. Okay, not for me, because I was learning a lot when it came to audio and video editing and things of that nature. But it was tough for sure, just because it's very if you're going to be a gaming podcast, it's kind of like
you have to have a lot of time.
That well, with the film you do as well, but
definitely
you need to have even more time. Yeah, not as much with video games. But I wanted to hear some of the most nominated games. Excuse me, coming in at 10 nominations, we have The Last of Us Part 2. 8 nominations for Hades. 7 nominations for Ghost of Tsushima. 6 nominations for Final Fantasy VII Remake. 4 nominations for Half-Life Alyx, Doom Eternal, and Fall Guys. Hey,
everyone forgot about Fall Guys.
I'm surprised Fall Guys isn't in Game of the Year. I'm not gonna lie, that really brought a lot of people together. I can see why her Animal Crossing is there, because that literally got people through one of the peaks of the pandemic earlier this year, because Switches were literally sold out everywhere. But yeah, congratulations to the rest of the nominees. If you want to check out the rest of the nominees, you can head over to the Music City Drive-In website at musiccitydrivein.com. I'll leave it a link in the description of the podcast for those who want to check out the full list of nominees. So we have one more story here. I'm not very excited about this. It's all right. So,
no, Jim.
According to Jim Ryan, one of the big head honchos over at PlayStation, he says that Sony hasn't heard any complaints about the limited PS5 storage space on the internal SSD. He says, quote, "We're not hearing that. His data indicates that the small SSD size should be fine." Keyword, should be fine. And for those of you who don't know or have not picked up a PlayStation 5 as of yet, we have I believe it's on. So the total storage of the solid state drive is 825. It's around 800 gigabytes, and a lot of that's eaten up by internal memory, the UI, which is around 200 gigabytes. I'm working with about 600 gigabytes. I think it's like 660 or something like that, or 622. I can't remember the actual number, but that's pretty small, especially when you have the Xbox Series X that comes with 8 terabyte, knocks it down to around 800 gigabytes. I'd rather be more in that range because games are huge nowadays. They just are. A lot of my PS4 games are actually on an external storage, external hard drive, which I actually have not hooked up yet. Well, I've actually unhooked it from my PlayStation 5 because there's a lot of horror stories out there where if you leave your PlayStation 5 in rest mode, your console pretty much completely bricks itself. It turns off, has to rebuild the internal memory and whatnot. And when I was downloading PS4 games onto my external hard drive, it's like my PS5 ran, let me just shut off. It only happened once, but ever since I turned off the rest mode feature, or I shut my PlayStation 5 completely off now. I've not tried to hook up my external hard drive to the back as of yet. I'm waiting for Sony to actually address that crap because it's kind of annoying. And either way, if you bought a next gen console, I really hope people are out there buying the protection plans from wherever you bought it from, because these are big investments. You should protect your investment. But I'm not really crazy about this whole, according to our data, you didn't hear that. It's like, well, I'm pretty sure you have. It's like acknowledging something and hearing it, whatever. But fuck you, Jim Ryan, for saying that you're not hearing that, because I highly, highly doubt that you aren't hearing it. So, oh well. So yeah, that concludes today's show. Huh?
Get your shit together, Jim.
Seriously, I swear he's been with PlayStation a long time, but I swear to God, sometimes I feel like this man has not picked up a controller until he was like the age of 40. It's crazy. Like it's just like, I'm tired. Sometimes, like, there are some developers where it's like, they're gamers. They know what people want. But sometimes it's just a bunch of rich dudes in suits who've never picked up a console a day in their life, and they just stumble upon this like amazing opportunity. It's like, but of course with Lana Pierce now, she is working with Sony Santa Monica, will be a video game writer. So, which is fantastic. Congratulations to her. We wish her all the best. We've been following her since her IGN days, and she moved to the States. So it's been a hell of a ride. She's had a great career. So yeah. Anyway, that concludes today's show. Thank you all for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast on the platform of your choosing, and make sure to check out the other shows on the Drive-In Podcast Network over on the Music City Drive-In website at musiccitydrivein.com. The link is in the description of this podcast, and be sure to subscribe to us. Actually, no, I'm sorry. God, I already said that. Wow, I'm getting in over my head. So make sure to check out our Run review and our Animaniacs review and our Happy Season review, aka the best Christmas movie of the year. And make sure to check out our Lego Star Wars review that will be dropping on Saturday. So, yeah, as of this recording, if you're listening to this, you only have one more day to wait for it. So we got that looking forward to. We have a few other things in the pipeline. We're kind of figuring out what to do. Definitely want to do something for the Game Awards, of course. Other than that, I believe. Oh, also one more thing. Me and Griff Schiller over at Film Speak will be dropping our episode 2, season 2 of his Dark Materials. They'll be dropping Monday night as well. So that was Devin, and my name is Christian, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.